Hey everybody, this is T. I'm here with a very, very special person named AlxZandria. Gonna be diving into a lot of questions and stuff like that, her artistry, all the various stuff that she's doing, just a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah,
AlxZandria.
sounds good to me. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Oh man, so AlxZandria, you are a singer, you're a writer, you're a rapper, you're an artist. I mean, you wear so many hats. Is there anything else that I left out on those?
As an artist, I get into a lot of different things. You named some of them with the writing and the singing and the rapping. I act, model. I just love art. Any form of expression, I'm with it. Yeah.
Understood. So, do you have any future collaborations going on? Any projects that you can tell us about?
Absolutely. Well, I'm currently still in the studio working on my second EP.
Mhm.
It's titled Manic, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah.
What was this journey like for Manic in terms of creating it from step-by-step process?
Okay, so I have another CD out called Last Forever, and when I got that one together, I honestly just wanted to get a CD out. So I just wrote some random love songs, went in the studio, recorded it, boom, dropped the CD. But this time I said, you know what? I really wanna create a project that shows who I am, shows my struggles, the highs and the lows, and that's what basically birthed Manic. I often bring this up because it's very relevant to the project, but I was diagnosed with something called manic depression. And instead of being, sad about it or like mopey, I decided to create a project about it because, that's who I am. And what better way to, show people who you are than to create, a project that literally expresses all of that. So all throughout the project, you'll see like me in my manic phases, you'll see me in my depressive phases, but it's all relatable, so that's really what the goal is.
Oh, that's dope. That's just expressing yourself and
Absolutely
getting to be able to showcase yourself through all those different phases.
Yeah,
that's really dope. So besides all that, is there any other themes or points that you like to make with this new project?
Just be yourself. Yes, just be whatever it is, if it's manic. Listen, whatever it is, just be yourself. And I feel like with this project, I'm really showing who I am. Like I said, with the first one, I don't really feel like I did that. That was like out of sight, out of mind. But this one, yeah, like you're gonna see AlxZandria in the raw.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's the only thing that you can ask for from an artist, to be honest. Yeah,
absolutely,
the real, authentic thing.
That's what they want. That's, they appreciate that more.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I hear you have a new single coming out though soon.
Yeah. So I already dropped the title track from the project. The title track obviously is titled Manic. Just to get people excited. I dropped that in the summer, but this next track that I'm releasing is called Heat, and it is exactly what it is. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm dropping Heat on my birthday, November 23rd. So look out for that.
Yeah,
y'all.
keep that date.
Yes,
keep that
November
date in mind.
23rd.
Yes. So where did this song come from? Where did it originate in your life?
Okay, so as a young lady, I have always carried myself with a lot of grace and a lot of class. I mean, I still do, but I'm also growing, I'm also developing as a young woman. And I just wanted to create a song that showed where I'm at in my life, in my womanhood, I did a lot of like girl next door type music. With this one, I said, I want to show, another side.
Yeah. All the various sides.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's basically what that's all about. It's just for the woman, really. It's for them to feel sexy, and it's for them to embrace, that heat.
Yeah, I feel it.
Okay.
Yeah. So can we possibly expect a music video maybe?
Absolutely. Yes. It's gonna be hot.
Okay.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
What was it, November 16th?
November 23rd.
November 23rd, I'm sorry. Yes, keep that in mind.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. Yes. So,
that's my birthday.
Oh, yes. So, you're also an actress. here you have this new docu-series airing soon called Connect. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Connected is basically a docuseries created by the CEO of Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to create a show that basically told the stories of a lot of different people whose stories will probably not normally be heard. And the production crew, they found me on Instagram. You know, they're scrolling through, checking out different Philly artists, and somehow they stumbled across my page and they reached out. And I'm very grateful about it because shooting with them was like literally one of the most amazing experiences I've had so far. You know, they basically shot me in the studio. You know, I got to tell my story, and that's basically what the story's about. I'm a piece of a bigger puzzle. So yeah.
So along with, you know, them filming you, what else did you experience through this whole process of filming?
I just had a great time. I mean, I know that's probably like, what?
No, that's
but
fine.
I really did. I just had a great time being around people who appreciated what I had to offer. You know, as an artist, as an up-and-coming artist, you're always constantly trying to prove yourself. You know, you're at auditions, you're doing this, you're doing that. It just felt great to have a group of people that literally said, I see you and I appreciate what you have to offer, and we're going to, you know, help that get out there. So like I said, we shot. My original music is going to be on there as well.
That's
I'm excited about that. Manic is going to be on there.
Yeah.
That's like, what? But I basically just got to do my thing. They literally just filmed me doing my thing. So when the show airs, I don't know how like editing is going to go. Like I don't know, you know, television. I don't know how it's going to go, but I know it's going to be great.
Oh, that's great. So it will be on television?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
Cool. We will definitely look out for Connected.
Yes.
Coming soon. So just diving in a little bit into your creative process, I just had like a few questions about what your process is like when you are creating your art. So what exactly is it like when you're writing a song or putting together a body of work? What places do you have to go? What feelings do you have to feel?
Okay. Well, for me, I have two different creative processes, and it really depends on the mood. So I have one where melodies literally just pop in my head out of nowhere, like for no reason. I could be walking up the street. Only God knows why it happens. But when it happens, I literally take my phone or some type of device and I record that melody. And I go back to it later once I get home or get to like a private space where I can, you know, really focus. And I take that melody and I literally just put words to it. So that's one of my process. Another one is I'll write a song based on how I'm feeling. You know, if I'm feeling sad, I might say, you know what, to channel this emotion in a positive way, I'm going to create a song, you know, about how I feel. So those are my two creative process. Like I said, one is just random melodies in my head. And another one is actually me saying, you know, I'm feeling this way right now and I don't want to just walk around like this. So let me go ahead and do something productive. So.
Would you say that in terms of oh gosh, I'm sorry, my brain is funny.
No,
right
it's
now.
fine. It happened to me too.
So going along through this process, are there any things that you would say are always constant, and what are the things that you feel are always changing as you continue to go through this process?
As far as the writing and stuff like that, writer's block is constant. It's something I struggle with, but I expect it and I anticipate it, so it's not as intimidating. Like I almost embrace it. It's like, okay, I know I'm gonna have writer's block. Let's just fight through it, you know. And eventually a song forms. So that's something that's definitely constant. I run into writer's block quite a bit. Something that's always changing. That's a good question. I have to actually think about that. Well, maybe the topic of the song. You know, I mean, you write all different types of songs about all different kind of things. So, I mean, each time I write something, it's definitely a whole different vibe, whole different approach. So, yeah.
That's so dope. So, just want to put this out there. You are an amazing performer.
Oh, thank you.
I had the opportunity to watch some of your videos, and it's just incredible. So, when you're creating an act, what are some of the things that stick in your mind? You know, like, what are the things that you want to give to the audience, and what are some of the things that you want to take from the audience?
Okay. Well, normally, like when I know I have like a performance or something like that coming up, I always check first to see the demographic or like who's going to be there. Is it going to be older people, younger, whatever the situation is, and then I kind of form my act based on that. So that's one thing I as an artist, I just want to, as a performer, I just want to give the people what they want. Like if I'm singing for maybe 60 and older, I'm not going to come in doing Cardi B, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if I'm singing for younger folks, I'm not going to come in singing Weight in the Water. Like I really just try to kind of give them what they want. And I enjoy actually doing it that way because it helps me grow. Like I don't want to just be in one box. Yes. Some artists like, no, this is what I do and I'm not changing it. Yes. I like the challenge of having to adapt to, different audiences. I look forward to it. So
that was great. Would you say that it took you a little bit of time to be able to adapt to different audiences?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm still adapting, believe it or not. Like I don't even feel like I'm as good as I could be personally, but that's a good thing because it always leaves room to grow. Yes. But I've had mentorship, I've had managers, I've had people, on my journey. I've been in this business for about 8 years, and at least the first 6 years I had people like really kind of who helped me become a better performer, have better stage presence. So yeah.
Oh, that's dope. So actually, speaking of mentorships and training, could you tell us a little about like how you got to this point in your career? Any mentorships or any training that you endured?
Networking. Yeah, it's like so simple.
Yeah.
It seems like such a hard, like how literally you just go out there and you just put yourself out there. Like I stayed at open mics, I every audition I could be at, and I'm still that way. Like to this day, I don't think I'm ever going to change. Every opportunity to do anything that could help me either level up or learn or grow, I'm with it. Like, and that's basically how I met, some people on my journey, even the connected people. They reached out to me, but it was because of all the content I put out on Instagram. If there was nothing there on my page, they would have kept on scrolling. So that's what it is. It's just networking and just putting yourself out there and just believing in yourself. I have doubts. I definitely have doubts. We're all human. We all have them. But I personally feel the difference between the people who are great and the people who, don't quite get there.
Yes.
Is not that they don't have doubts, and they do. They have doubts too. They just fight.
Yes. A persistency.
Yeah. So that's basically how I look at it. Just go out there, fight, network, put yourself out there constantly. Got to be consistent, like you said. Yeah.
Speaking, consistency, and you actually mentioned Instagram. You're extremely, extremely active on social media, and sometimes it can come off from people like, man, how are you able to be able to produce so much content daily? Also, so do you have like any tips in terms of how to tackle Instagram or anything?
Got some good questions here. Okay. Obviously, if you have content, post it. That's not rocket science. But if you don't have content, create it. There's plenty of times I literally have nothing to share. I haven't done a show in a while, or I didn't do any shoots in a while. So, and on those dead periods where there's nothing, I literally create something. I will set the backdrop up in my apartment and set the lights up, get dressed beautifully, and I will record myself doing something I feel would be interesting. It's like you said, consistency. It's just never having a dull moment, even if there's nothing, create something. Make sure you stay in people's face.
I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So in terms of being a Philadelphia artist, being a little bit more specific, so Philly is known for like so many different things, and I feel like in this time period it's kind of growing as a hub for the arts and entertainment.
I agree.
Yeah. So for you specifically, has Philadelphia had any impact on you or your art?
Absolutely. I think it has influenced my sound a bit. You know, I didn't really realize I even had a sound until I started kind of stepping out of Philly and going other places.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my God, you from Philly? And I'm like, how do you know that? Like, we can hear it when you speak. We can hear it when you sing. So I definitely think whether I realized it or not, yeah, it definitely has influenced me. Artists like, you know, Jill Scott, Boyz II Men, those beautiful artists that came right out of our city.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up listening to them. So they definitely influenced me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you're an up-and-coming artist yourself. However, I feel like you're already established, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. But what advice would you give to other young Philly artists who, you know, are trying to get on the come up and trying to make their mark in the city, but also eventually in the world also?
It's very simple, and it might even be a little cliche, but believe in yourself. If nobody else does, like literally, if everybody else is laughing at you or looking at you like, girl, bye, you just gotta just keep it moving. Like, you literally just have to believe in yourself, and you just never stop. Again, you're gonna have those moments where you doubt yourself. Fight through it, you know? There's days where, like, maybe I went to an audition and I did my best and I didn't get it, and it just hurt so bad, and that doubt sets in. But I'm like, nah, sis. Everything happens for a reason.
Pushing.
Yeah, listen, keep it pushing. That's for Philly. That's for anybody doing anything. That's not even just for artists. Anybody doing anything, anybody striving to be anything, just believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing, and stay true too.
Yes.
Because you could believe in yourself, but then wind up being something you're not. Nah, you gotta stay true.
Yeah.
You gotta be who you are. Be proud of it. And I promise you, as you do that, you'll attract the right support. That's basically what's happened. It's like the more I believed in myself, the more I started attracting others who believed in what I believed in. So, yeah.
That's amazing. So, diving a little bit into your inspirations, you know, as an entertainer, what were some of your inspirations?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Whitney Houston is number one on the list.
Well, number one.
And I don't say, you know, claim to be anything like her at all. I just loved her. I loved the way she got up there and did her act, you know. It was flawless. Like the way she carried herself with such grace, her outfits, her smile, her voice. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I was a little girl looking at that woman thinking, wow, I want to be like that. So like definitely Whitney Houston's at the top. But then there's other artists who are very different than like Whitney Houston. It's amazing. Like my influences aren't the same as each other. So it's kind of weird. People like Lauryn Hill and Whitney Houston, that's like a far stretch, but I love Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill influenced me tremendously growing up. She was actually, I believe she was the one that really kind of got me into rapping. I always sung. As long as I could remember, I was singing, but I heard her rapping and rhyming and making poetry, and I was like inspired. So yeah. So she inspired me in a different way than Whitney. Whitney inspired me more when it comes to style, grace, and just her vibe, her appeal, and obviously her voice, you know. But Lauryn inspired me lyrically, and you know, just her approach and how she constructed her songs. I thought that was amazing.
That's dope. Dope. So speaking of actually like singing and rapping, I wanted to ask, because it's just popped into my head. So like, is there ever like a turn off switch between your artistry? Like 1 minute you're an actress, 1 minute you're a singer, rapper, writer, like or does it all just flow for you?
I think it flows more now. Before it was more like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate this many years to focusing on this. But no, like these days I'm kind of more like go with the flow. You know, like right now I could get a call back from an audition I did, an acting audition. For a play, and I'm gonna go do it, you know, while I'm still in the studio working on my project, while I still got a gig this week where I have to sing at a private event. Like, you know, I'm an artist. I literally go wherever the universe, you know, pulls me to go. The universe says this is an opportunity you need to take advantage of. I'm gonna do it. That could be singing, acting, modeling, drawing. Listen, if it got my name on it, I'm coming.
Definitely. Gotta get it where it is, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh man. So kind of wrapping up, why don't you tell the audience about, you know, what it is that they want, what it is that you want them to take from your content, your music, your acting, all the various things that you're a part of. What are some of the themes and the messages that you want them to take from all of it?
Okay. Well, the number one thing I want them to take is inspiration. I just want them to be inspired. You know, I don't have it all together. I'm still young, trying to get my life together. But I'm hoping that my journey and my passion and the things that I'm doing would inspire somebody, even if it's just one person. Like, if I can just inspire one person to get up and go for what they want, I feel like I literally have accomplished a lot, because that person could be the who only God knows who that person's going to be. You know what I mean? So that's really what I want people to get when they look at me. I just want them to be inspired. I want them to feel like, man, she really on her grind. Like, let me get on that too. Like, you know, so that's like the number one thing. And obviously for my followers, or people who really, I don't even like saying fans. I'm more like followers and supporters. For my followers and supporters who really just like me as an artist, I'm hoping that these projects and stuff that I'm planning on dropping will just give them an opportunity to know me. Because one thing I could say about show business, like, when you're an artist, people think they got you all figured out. And although your art is an extension of yourself, it does express who you are. There's other parts that they don't see, you know, like not even a little bit. But I'm hoping that with these projects and stuff, like, that'll give them an opportunity to see, just, you know, learn a little bit more about me, the actual person that I am. So yeah, that's definitely the goal.
All right, that is so dope. So I think that is all for us right now. Anything, any other thing that you would like to say?
Love y'all, and look out for Heat on November 23rd.
Yes, look out for it. Look out for Heat. Look out for Manic, the project, and also look out for Connected coming up soon on television. But yeah, this is AlxZandria. This is T. Gonna be signing out now. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and peace.